Hi, I'm Gary Marcus, Chief Operations Officer for the Champlain Valley School District. This video is intended to explain the budget development process in CVSD. In many ways, we do year-round budgeting that brings flexibility if things come up during the school year that impact staffing or expenses and helps us look beyond just the short term into the long term. This general practice helps us better identify our needs for when we get to the actual budgeting in the fall. In addition, our dedicated educational professionals are constantly looking for ways to improve our services for students over time. These ideas often lead to a budget idea that we look at in the fall. So the official budgeting cycle work begins in the fall with the school board. In September, they sit down and have discussions about district goals and educational priorities, as well as the financial goals for the budget. They also reach out to the community for their ideas and thoughts and look at a 3-year financial model to connect short term with longer term goals. At the same time, Renee Sanchez, our superintendent, and our educational professionals begin their work.
Thank you, Gary, and hello, everyone. My name is Renee Sanchez, and I am the CVSD Superintendent. And I'm here to talk to you today about our budget design process. And our budget design process takes into consideration several factors. So first, we have guardrails, guidelines for what it is that we're designing. We also look into community outreach, and we also listen to our school and district outreach. So first, our guidelines. So like every other school in Vermont, we have to abide by the educational quality standards, which give us information about class sizes and about the required courses and time allotments that we need to implement in our schools. Secondly, this year we now officially have a strategic plan for the next 5 years, and so we want to make sure that we're monitoring for growth in learning, growth in belonging, and just kind of as a side note, as part of the budget booklet that you're going to be receiving this year, there will be a QR code for you to be able to find our strategic plan booklet online. And then thirdly, we are moving towards equity-based funding at each campus. So this is in line with the spirit of Act 127, which is providing equitable student funding based on student and school characteristics. And so we want to make sure that we're supporting our schools based on the needs of the students enrolled in those schools. So with regards to our community outreach, as we do each year, we have a community budget forum. This year we added some information online utilizing our Panorama Family and Caregiver survey. So we had 3 questions placed on that survey, and it gave us 4 themes. So the first one is faculty, staff, and school support, so things like professional development and well-being. Secondly, academic focus, rigor, and inclusivity. Thirdly, safety, security, inclusivity, and mental health for our students. And then finally, making sure that we have a process for community engagement and communication within and without of our school district. Additionally, we had a virtual town hall meeting in December. And then finally, we've had other listening opportunities scattered across the school year. As you may know, we work several farmers markets around the area and listen to families there. Every board meeting, we take in information from the community. And then also we try to attend PTO meetings either in schools or at the district-wide quarterly meetings that we have. So thirdly, we do have a decision packet process within the schools and the district so that we can hear wonderful ideas from our faculty, from our staff, and from our administrators. So at the campus level, we have solidified a uniform way that principals are soliciting input from their stakeholders within the school, and then those packets are reviewed by some committee, principal and school's discretion on the campus to figure out which ones they will put forward to the school district when we are collecting that information. If the school has an idea for district-wide, idea, then they submit that directly to the leadership team at central office, and we will listen to that, and we will make, based upon budgetary factors, whether it's an offset or if it's going to be an addition to the budget, we will make the decisions that include those in our budget if they align with our efforts as part of the strategic plan. And so that's our budget design process, and so I'd like to send it back to Gary for operations. Thanks.
In our operations budgeting process, we focus on facilities operations and maintenance, food service, operational information technology, and transportation, looking for efficiencies or better ways to do things. Beyond the operational piece, district leadership will look at programming across the entire system and look for things that could be more efficient if done at a district level rather than on the individual campuses. This efficiency focus is critical to both cost control and maximizing the resources that directly contribute to student learning. Then, in November, we translate all these ideas into a first pass budget. From there, the leadership team has the very challenging job of trying to fit all the hopes and dreams that we've gathered into a financial package that meets the board's goals. Finally, over a series of meetings, we work together as a team to come up with a budget that meets our educational goals and provides the board with confidence that the process has resulted in a budget that the community can support. And that wraps it up for today. Thank you for your time.